You think you're sipping luxury when you drop $50, $80, or even $100 on one small cup of Kopi Luwak, the famous poop coffee, made from beans that pass through a wild civet cat's gut. Everyone says it's the smoothest, most exclusive coffee on earth. But here's the shocking truth most people don't know. There's a massive chance that cute civet never roamed free in the jungle. Instead, it was trapped in a tiny, filthy cage, force-fed coffee cherries until it got sick, lost its fur, and suffered. All so farms could make quick money selling fake or cruel Luwak coffee. Stick around because this isn't just weird, it's heartbreaking and full of lies. Let's go back to how real Kopi Luwak started and why it's supposed to be so special and pricey. Hundreds of years ago, in the 1800s, on coffee plantations in Indonesia, like Java and Sumatra, wild Asian palm civets lived in the forests. These small, cat-like animals are picky eaters. They climb trees and only pick the ripest, reddest, sweetest coffee cherries. They eat the cherry fruit, but the hard coffee bean inside passes through their stomach and intestines. Special enzymes and bacteria in the civet's gut naturally ferment the bean. It breaks down some bitter compounds, makes the flavor smoother, lowers acidity, and adds nice notes like chocolate, nuts, caramel, or earth. After the civet poops out the beans whole, local farmers collect them by hand from the forest floor, clean them carefully, dry them in the sun, roast them, and sell them. This wild process is super rare. One civet doesn't produce much poop, maybe just a tiny amount of beans per day. Collecting is slow and done by hand in remote jungles. True wild supply is tiny, only hundreds of kilos per year worldwide. That's why honest, wild collected Kopi Luwak is one of the world's most expensive coffees. Often $500 to over $1,200 per kilogram. In luxury cafes, especially in Bali, Tokyo, or the US/Europe, a single small cup can cost $30 to $100 or more. It's like a rare wine, limited supply, unique natural process, big luxury price. Then the internet, movies, and tourism made Kopi Luwak explode. In the early 2000s, Oprah Winfrey called it one of her favorite things. The movie The Bucket List featured it. Bali became a huge tourist spot with millions visiting every year, and many wanted to try this exotic poop coffee as a fun souvenir or Instagram moment. Demand shot through the roof. People wanted it everywhere: cafes, online shops, gifts. But wild civets can't suddenly poop out way more beans. The real supply stayed tiny. Prices stayed crazy high, and that's when greedy people saw dollar signs. Instead of letting nature do it slowly, they started forcing civets to make more and lying about it being wild. The market turned from rare luxury to a big, shady business full of shortcuts and suffering. This is the dark heart of the story. Most Kopi Luwak sold today doesn't come from wild civets anymore. Instead, farms catch wild civets or buy them cheap from animal markets and lock them alone in small wire cages, often the size of a small dog crate or even smaller, like a rabbit hutch. The civets get no space to run, climb, or play. No clean water sometimes. No normal varied diet like fruits, insects, and small animals. Farms force-feed them only coffee cherries, sometimes mixed with cheap stuff, to pump out more beans fast. The cages get disgusting, covered in poop, urine, rotting fruit. Animals suffer stress. They pace in circles, bite the bars until their teeth break, lose patches of fur, get open wounds and infections, and many become very sick or die young. Then the farms collect the pooped beans, clean them a bit, and sell them as premium, or even fake label them wild-sourced or organic. Real examples from investigations. PETA Asia did undercover visits in Bali 2020 and Java 2024 to 2025. Every single farm they saw had 6 civets, bloody wounds, bald spots, animals too weak to stand, cages crusted with feces. In one 2024 to 2025 case, investigators found a dying civet lying motionless. The farm owner said to just throw it away. BBC exposed similar farms back in 2013 supplying big markets. Scientists created a lab test, measuring citric acid, malic acid, and other markers from digestion, because so much fake or caged coffee is mixed in or sold as real. Many sellers mix regular cheap coffee beans into it and call it Kopi Luwak. The cruelty and fakes let them sell way more at high prices without the hard work of wild collection. So why doesn't anyone stop this? Why do cafes, shops, and even some governments let it continue? Simple answer: money talks. Indonesia, especially Bali, makes big tourism cash from Kopi Luwak farms. Visitors pay to see civets, even caged ones, and buy the coffee. Farms and exporters earn fast profits from cheap production. Big online shops and supermarkets sell it as premium, without strict checks. It's hard to prove if it's real wild or not, and testing is expensive. There's very little strong law enforcement or real certification for wild-sourced. Anyone can slap a fancy label on it. Everyone in the chain gets something. Farms profit, shops sell expensive luxury at good margins. Tourists get their exotic photo and souvenir, and prices stay high enough to feel special. The only losers? The suffering civets, and the few honest small farmers still collecting real wild beans the old ethical way. The system quietly ignores the cruelty because stopping it would hurt profits. You don't have to support this. Here's how to spot and avoid fake or cruel Kopi Luwak. If the price looks too good, under $200 to $300 per 100-250 g for beans, or under $30 to $50 per cup in a fancy spot, it's almost always fake, farmed, or mixed. Ask sellers for proof. Clear photos/videos of wild collection, not caged civets. Third-party ethical certifications or farm transparency. Taste clues. Real wild is super smooth, low acid with nutty/chocolate/earthy notes. If it's bitter, harsh, or tastes like normal coffee, it's probably fake. The only near-sure way is a lab test for digestion markers, like higher citric acid from the gut process. But most people just skip it unless a rare, verified ethical wild project. They exist but are hard to find. Best choice. Avoid Kopi Luwak unless you can 100% confirm it's truly wild and cruelty-free. There are plenty of amazing normal coffees that don't hurt animals. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried Kopi Luwak? Did you buy it in Bali or online? Did anything feel off, or did you suspect the story behind it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Like if this opened your eyes, subscribe for more hidden truths about food industries, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching. Choose kinder options out there.